so we can add sheep droving to our list of skills today. I'm just giving them their space, let them sort themselves out, decide where they want to go without pushing them too much.
5 people can't go over the bridge, so farmers don't get it off.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, good morning. It's 7:15. Sadly, the signal is try and get out of the sun a bit. Sadly, the signal is too poor to be able to stream this live to you this morning. So we're going to do a quick video here at the bridge, and then I'll post it as soon as I can get a decent signal, as soon as I can get some 4G. So we're here at the little bridge crossing over the river. I'll just kind of pan around so that you can actually see it up there. So we're heading across the Glyderau today, or more commonly known as the Glyders. There we go, little river that way, pretty river. And it's about 10 miles this one today, and this takes in 5 peaks. We did 3 peaks yesterday, 5 peaks today. Should take us about 10, maybe 11 hours altogether, and it's already scorchio. As you can see, the sun is beating down on us already at 7:15 in the morning. So it's going to have to be lots of suntan lotion, and we've got plenty of water anyway and plenty of snacks. So I'm just going to take some layers off already, I think, in a minute. We are heading up. Can't really see it from here very well. We are heading up that big slab behind us where the sun is just rising. Okay, so we're heading up to Glyder. That's our first point. It should take us about 2 hours to get up there. So hopefully we'll be up there at about 9 AM, and I might be able to post that then if the signal's better. So we've made it from the cottage to the bridge, and the bridge all the way up the grassy path, most of the way up the rubber path. And we need to make a decision now. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around. You've got a fork in the pathways here. We're just below the summit. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So the pathway forks. If you go this way, it's a perfectly safe route to go. It goes up and it skirts around the summit, and you will have to go back up to the summit to get to the summit cairn. Okay, this one looks slightly less obvious, but it's basically just a more direct route. And if you follow this all the way up, it goes up, winds around that way a little bit, and then goes back up, and you will hit just where the summit cairn is. Okay, so we're actually going to go that way. So that's the best way to go if you're a summit junkie. If you don't really care, take that path. It's a little bit easier. It's just going to take you up and round and then back over, and you can miss the summit if you don't really care about that. Okay, so we'll see you at the summit. 924 metres now. Lovely view. We're just having a little quick break stop to just put some more suntan lotion on and grab a few snacks ready for the next peak, which is gone, which is, if I pan round, it's over here. You can just see. It actually took us about 3.5 hours all in all from the cottage up here, which is pretty slow and steady for us. It took me 2 hours last time, but it's really hot today, so if you're really super fit you could probably make it in an hour and a half up here. It depends what level of pain you want, really. So yeah, we're going to head down in a minute and head off to the next peak again. Yeah. Yep, straight across. I'm just about to hit Egon Summit now, and there's Tryfan and Penrhyn and Llanogwen down below us. 11:30. Such a lovely view. Okay, so we've hit the peak of Egon. We're just at the summit cairn now. There's Penrhyn, Llanogwen, Tryfan, going up to Glyderau, and then coming down you can see Lincoln. So what we're going to do is come off this, wander down that pathway, over the cairn, go down the ziggy-zaggy pathway all the way down to Lincoln, which you can just see ahead of you. Then we are going to go from Lincoln up the Monster Scree path, just wind our way up to the Monster Scree path to Glyderau. Go past Castell y Gwent, I think that's Castell y Gwent's in between Glyderau and Glyderfach. Actually there's Glyderfach over there, and then we're going to wind our way back down to Tryfan after that. Okay, so we'll maybe check in with you when we get down to Lincoln and go from there. It's took us about 5 hours from the start, so we're 5 hours in, just nice and steady. The ants are bombarding us, so we're going to come off the peak and just find somewhere a little bit breezy where we can stop off and have a little sit down for a minute until we start heading down. Okay, check in with you later. We've reached Lincoln. I'm just taking a little bit of video now because again there's zero signal. So we just came down there. That's gone. Gonna have a little rest, taking some calories and some electrolytes, and then we are heading up that big scurry slope up there. You can just see maybe one or two little ant people at the top. There's a bit of shade here, so it's kind of nice. I think this has to be the quietest I've ever seen Lincoln. It is a Wednesday though, I suppose, so we just stopped off for some calories and some electrolytes, and to just douse our buffs. And so now we're off past Lincoln. I probably wouldn't advise, unless you've got a water filter, that you actually drink out of this lake, but they do wild swim in it quite frequently. So I just wanted to show you the entrance. We have to bleep that one out. I just wanted to show you across this little bit the entrance to the Devil's Kitchen. So this is escape route number 2. You can get down from Egon down to the little lake at the bottom, and then on and down to Llanogwen, but the second exit route is Devil's Kitchen, which is just over here. It sounds scary, but it's really not. In fact, you can just see those people coming up there for it. They've come up from the Devil's Kitchen, so you just follow that pathway along there and go back down. We can just go back along that bit there. Yeah, so you just follow it down there, down where the craggy bits are, and it takes you down to a wall, and you take a left at the wall, and that just takes you down a steep pathway. It's a bit scrambling on the way down, but it takes you down to the lake.
All right then.
You off then?
Yeah, I am. I can't do that.
It's Glyderau, guys. Just hit the peak there at 1:45. So if you're facing Snowdon and you've just come up the scree path, it's that little dog-toothy summit there. And then you want to just turn around and face Glyder, which is over here. Follow this pathway. You can just see these little cairns sort of dotted about on the moonscape. Lovely skylark. It's kind of like mountain tombstones almost that you're following your way through. So Snowdon's behind me now, sort of, well, say it's behind me to the right. Beautifully clear today. Amazing to just think I was on top of Crib Rock yesterday. So yeah, you want to follow this pathway down, as you can see, heading towards that where that gentleman's standing now. Just go over the ridge, you go down a hill, up the other side, and you're heading for a structure called Castelli Gwent. There's two ways you can go up Castelli Gwent. I've seen what I call the hero's pathway that kind of goes straight up, but you really want to sort of skirt to the right hand side of Castelli Gwent. That's the best, easiest, most sort of time efficient pathway to take, just up and around to the right of it, and then that heads up to Glyder, which is the next one before Bristly Ridge, and then down to Tryfan. So I'm just going to heading down this pathway now. Towards this little ridge where you can see the gentleman in front of me, and heading down there. Yeah. Hi everyone, no signal here, but I just thought I would take a little video that I could post later on, because this is probably one of my favourite areas of the Glyders. You can just see ahead of you there a really rocky, craggy outcrop called Castelli Gwent. It's a little bit of a scramble to go over it, but it's really good fun, and one of the first times I came to Wales I took a really cool picture of Castelli Gwent from the other side. In fact, if I get there, I will try and give you the same view that I took. And it actually captured Castelli Gwent and the Snowdon Horseshoe Range behind it. It was just a really good view. It was a really nice, maybe not as hot as today, but it was a really clear day. And it was my computer screensaver for several years. One of the reasons that keeps me coming back to Wales. Yeah, and there's many famous photographs of Castelli Gwent in the snow and in all different weathers, because it's such an unusual kind of outcrop. It's like almost like a dragonback, or some people call it the hedgehog, or it's got various nicknames, but this is very moonscapey, very upright rock formations, and then behind it, just to the left of it, is Glyder, which is where we're aiming for, which is the next peak. But just to give you a little pan around, there's a slight breeze, which is just such a relief. I've just come down from Glyderau, which is just over that ridge. Yeah, and we're heading down the pathway now. Okay, you can see Castelli Gwent ahead of us. There is a fork in the pathway. You can see just a couple going there. It does not really matter which pathway you take. There is a pathway that goes all the way up that side, but I wouldn't advise you do that. You can cut down this little pathway here. It's just a shortcut, because we are going to skirt round to the right and then wind our way up. Let's get around to the right, wind our way up Castelli Gwent and go over the other side. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to take this pathway on the right just because I think it's going to be a little bit quicker. dudes. Look at this dude at the top. Oh, I can't really get a very good close up. Oh, there we go. That's as close as I can get you to him. He's a cool dude. But look, they're all over. They're all over the summit. It's like they're welcoming us. I've got to try and get out there somehow. It's just a pile of rock. There's not really a tree. But the whole family's here. Oh, look at the little baby. I wonder how close they'll let me get. It's so cool. It's a big dude at the top there with the big horn, the hellboy horns. There's one just, well, in fact all of them have got big horns today. All the billies have got big horns, especially this white one in front of us. There's a little old one just standing to the right of him. He looks a bit grey looking. We'll call him Gandalf, shall we? Gandalf Gold. There's a cantilever stone over there, look. All those people are. But this looks like do you know what? I'm happy with that. Summit of Glyder. I'm pretty much touching the top stone anyway. Hi, so we have another decision to make. So here we are. There's Bristly Ridge over there. Okay, so we've just come off to the back, come down. That's the top of Bristly Ridge if you want to do that, or the scree path, which you can just see that gentleman coming up now. It's very, very, very steep, not for the faint-hearted. But we are going down a minus track, which is just this way here. So there is a faint pathway. So if you're standing at the cairn with Bristly Ridge in front of you, you need to take a right-hand turn and head over towards this tower of rock here. Kind of looks like you're going to head over to a precipice, but if you make your way slowly, you will find that there is a pathway route down, and this is a safer way. Takes, you know, what's the time now? Well, it's 3:10 now. We'll see how long it takes us to get down to Triff and back from here. I reckon probably it adds half hour to 40 minutes to your journey, but it's so much safer, especially if the weather's bad. So we need to just scramble over this little bit. So you're going in between the rocky bit there and the rocky bit there. Okay, so you're heading into between the little gap. You just need to pick your way over the rock carefully. Whoops, says she. Stepping on the only wobbly one. Whoop. I can just see the little pathway bit down there. Look. There we go. You can just see the pathway ahead of me. So you just need to pick your way carefully. actually see a group of people in front of me heading down the miners' track themselves. Oh. There we go. And we're pretty much on the pathway now. So these upright rocks, so hopefully you can see them on the chest cam. You can see down ahead where there's a group of people just walking down. You basically just follow in that pathway down, and you will meet a cairn, a couple of cairns. There is a fell runner's path, I think. I'll tell you what, I'll film a bit when I get to it. Just make your way down here, down to the grassy bit that you can see in front of you, and then I will meet you at the next decision at the next cairn. Okay guys, so just come down off that scree path just near to Bristly Ridge, just down from a bit of back. Just had a little stop off, had a little drink, some electrolytes and some nuts and stuff, and you'll see this cairn in front of me, so it almost looks like a bit of a crossroads. There's a little tarn just ahead of us. If you follow that pathway down, just past the next rocky outcrop, there is a pathway down. That's the official start of the miners' track, but there is a new kind of, might as well just call it a fell runner's path if you like, a new fell runner's path, which literally goes off here, just where you can see this bit of erosion is on the bank there. I did that pathway the last time I came. As long as it's dry, I think it's pretty safe. If it's not dry, probably I would go that way, past the next rocky outcrop towards the lake, and then go down from there. But I'd like to save a little bit of time today, so I'm going to take this pathway here. So I'm just going to get my poles back out because I think it's going to help my knees. And I'll show you the start of it. Looks a bit like you're going to drop off a precipice. The guys in the Snowdonia National Park have done quite a lot of work. Here you can just see that they've basically helicopter lifted a load of stones and rocks and stuff. Which way shall I go? I might just go this way down. And I think basically what we're following is an old stream bed. So just carefully pick your way down here, and it will take you to the base of Tryfan. You can then decide if you're going to go up to Tryfan, if you're going to go down, if you're going to go down the long east, I think it's called the east pathway, down to Limbochwyd, and then carry on down to Idval Cottage from there. I'm going to do Tryfan. But you catch my drift. Okay, we're going to make our way down this pathway. Follow basically the line of sacks down to the main pathway at the bottom. That other path that I was mentioning comes along there. You can actually just see it a little bit further down. We're going to wiggle our way all the way along there and then go up to Tryfan back and up from there. So I'm going to turn off now because I need both hands for this bit. Hey guys, just real quick before the battery runs out, decision making time. So just come down the miners' track, still on the miners' track here. You might be able to just see in front of you there's a pathway that comes along here and it heads that way, which is the way out. That's the exit route. There's a pathway that I've just come up here that heads, that heads up this way, and it winds its way up. This is a pathway that you want to go or take, I think, to get up to South Tryfan Peak. You can go up from there if you want to. It's much harder to try and find a pathway up there, so I'm going to follow this one for a bit and see if it takes me up to the South Col. It should take me up to the fence and the sty, and then I can just follow my way up to the right, up to Tryfan that way. Okay, speak to you soon. Oh, I hope you can see okay. So from the top of Heather's Terrace where the stile is, I skirted right and found a pathway up, which you can hopefully just see down there. So we go down there, follow the pathway up, scrambled up. It's quite a big scramble all the way up here, and we're heading up there. So I'll just let it run for a bit. Hopefully you won't see nothing. You'll see a little bit more than just my chest rock. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few paths up Tryfan, and you just really need to find one that suits you, depending on which direction you come from, obviously. I was taking it easy. I had managed to just contact the guys who were down on the ground because they were going to come and get me at 6, and I'm like, that's way too early, guys. I've only just started up Tryfan. It's going to take me a good hour to get up here. I'm probably not going to get back to the ground until about 8. Because this is really slow going. Alright, there is a pathway that way. Hopefully this will take me somewhere and I can go further up from there. Yeah, this looks like it's heading up. So I'm going to carry on up this way for a bit. So when you come to the wall of standing stones, looks like it's go left and go round and up again. Alright, hopefully I'll see you at the summit. So that's Adam and Eve over there. That's what we've just been. That's the peak of Tryfan. Just panning around. Just see back down to the A5. This is the start of the north face of Tryfan. Going down, you can go around, see around to Llangollen. Nice to meet you, thanks. All right. Hopefully you can see that it's not pointing at the sky. There we go. There is a little bit of exposure just across this bit here. It's not really massively windy, it's just a nice light breeze, so everything's okay. Just take it really slow. Okay, this is the only semi-tricky bit because the way that you sort of have to come down, I guess you could go that way if you've got really long legs, but it's a bit drop, so the way that most people come down is to come along here, which is actually quite close to the edge. There is no shame in bumming it down if you're not too sure, of which I probably am going to do, to be fair, because I don't have my sticks out right now. So and then keep doing blockways on your right, and as you're coming down back the pathway, there's lots of different pathways that go different ways, and just kind of sort of keep slightly to your left, so it should bring us back round to actually roughly where we started. We've just got to continue doing a bit of bouldering on the way down. Thankfully the rocks are actually really grippy because it's so dry. They're actually really nice and secure to hold to. Okay, I'm just going to carry on down, making my way down, and I will meet you guys and recap when I get back down to the col. Hey guys, so we're down off Tryfan. It's now 6:30, so that's nearly 12 hours. We're at a steady pace for a 51-year-old. So I've had some trail mix, which includes Smarties, and there's the style. You have various different choices now. If you want us to take the style over to the side, you can follow it closely around Tryfan back or Tryfan South Col, and basically go that way. So don't go to the right of the fence. Follow the pathway closely around to the crag, and then you can go back over the fence, go over the stile, and head back down the way that we came up, and then just take a left at the bottom. Or you can, depending on where you've parked, obviously if you parked in Llynogwen, then you really need to go back down this way. So you can follow that pathway down, which is a fairly steep direct path, or you can go to the left and follow a less steep path, which takes you down to Llynblockwyd, which you can just see a little snippet of ahead of you, and then you can follow the long pathway all the way back down to Llynidval, and then go back to Llynogwen. I am going to take this pathway, which is reasonably steep, but it's also a reasonably direct route, and it's the fastest and also safest, I think, you know, second safest way to come down. Really don't want to come down the north face. I just want to get down safely now, so I'm just going to take my time to pick my way down this pathway. It kind of starts at the top of Heather's Terrace, which is over there somewhere. Heather's Terrace over down there. I think we meet Heather's Terrace as we go down. It just zigzags all the way down to the bottom. So I'm nearly out of battery now, so this is where I'm going to finish the video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the Glyders. Give yourself lots and lots of time. Choose your exit routes well, depending upon your capabilities. Hope you really enjoyed watching, and see you on part 3, which is the Carn Thai, which is tomorrow. Yeah, see you then. Bye.
There she is, bringing it home, bringing it home.
Well done, baby.
13 hours, almost dead.
Yeah.
Love you.
Sorry, I'm really hot.
No, sorry, I'm really hot. Yeah, you've done nothing today.